chip. And yes, this is a god-awful hour, 6:22 in the morning. And you're probably wondering what I am making. Well, I'm about to make bacon, but first I'm going to do, what do we think this is? If you said salmon, you are wrong. This is actually steelhead trout. So I will show you what I season this with. I know you're going to be very surprised. I'm actually just going to season it with some Santa Cruz lemon juice. And yes, I get to read the ingredients on the back of this. Oh look, it's just one. Lemon juice. The plastic, it also comes in a nice glass bottle, but the other ones you might buy are plastic and they are just full of crap, pretty much. So this is pretty much the catch of the day. This is my steelhead trout, and you might say it's small, but I'm only cooking for myself. So, oh, I'm sorry. I share with two others, but they are not here right now. They are sleeping. I'm jealous. So, just prop this up here for a minute as it films my other coffee machine. Trying to find a spot here so I can put the lemon juice on. Oh well, we'll get the seaweed instead. Okay. Okay, now I'm back. And I will just... Going on. Give it a little bit of that. And I'm going to turn on the broiler. All I do is put it on, put that on high. And here we are. Going in, as report of the week would say. And this only takes about 8 to 10 minutes tops. And I will now put the bacon on. I just have to spray the pan down, and I'm going to do this the best I can. Propping this up here. There we are. Oh yes, here we are. Here is the bacon. And I use the Whole Foods 365 brand uncured center cut bacon. And the reason why I use this is because there are actually no nitrates in this. And I'm trying to find the ingredients to prove it. Oh, there we go. There it is. I'll have to read it since my tablet is blurry. So it is pork, water, sea salt, raw cane sugar. Yeah, okay, so there's sugar in it. And there's no sodium nitrate or sodium benzoate. There is also no vegetable juice or powder, because that does actually add nitrates. I would explain this whole thing, but it would just cause confusion, so I'm not going to bother. You'll just have to take my word for it. What's the other one? Oh, there it is. So there is actually a bacon that I used to get. It was a Wegmans uncured center cut bacon, and they just added nitrates in there. How nice of them. So hopefully this fish will turn out good, and I can give you a nice little taste of that whenever it gets done. I will probably do the part 2 of the video tonight when I actually have dinner. I'm actually not going to eat this now. I'm going to wait till after I get home from work to do so. But I will prepare the bacon. Hopefully you can see it. So we'll prop that up there. I'm sorry the fish looked the way it did. I cut it and it was still partially frozen, so it was harder to cut. Don't worry though, if it was a rumple peel knife, I would have damaged the knife. The fish would actually probably bend the blade. So, Now I'll take the bacon out. Going on. It's actually peeling really nice today. I know you probably can't see it. Fortunately, I have nothing to prop the camera up with, so you're pretty much just on a bottle of hot sauce there, but you can still hear me talk anyway. Sometimes the bacon does stick to the package, to whatever it's in, and sorry, I'm not fully awake yet, so I'm trying to make jokes as I go along, but they are not coming that easy this morning. I am also not used to doing a video without a camera person. She is sleeping, so I have to kind of do it this way. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I put 7 strips on here, and then I put the other. I do 2 layers. I make this for 2 people. Make one for me and one for Sleeping Beauty. There we go. Spray that on. And I don't fry my bacon. I don't put it in the microwave. I know good old Liam Plant Slant is going to disagree. He's going to say that he puts his in the microwave all the time, and it's perfectly fine, and you can do that. But with the microwave, you are making a humongous mess. It's just more time to clean it up. This is nice and easy. There's no mess. And because I have the fish in, with it in the broiler, it's going to preheat it for me. So I don't actually have to preheat the oven. And normally what I do is, when I usually walk the dogs after I do my fish, because I do this every Friday. It's a nice little way to start off the weekend. But they were already out, and they don't want to walk this early, so they got me in the house quickly, and it's a beautiful day out. Yes, it's Florida, but it has been cooler the last couple of days. Believe it or not, it is probably only in the 70s now. But they did not want to be out. So they are like your typical Discord member. And Skip is just following me around the kitchen. Okay, now I can show you the bacon. And that's all ready to go. Sorry about the darkness there. Again, I do not have a camera person. We're going to check the fish. Okay, that's still broiling away. And I do not like to usually go out to eat. I don't usually eat a lot of fish because of the mercury, which is actually a common problem, and we did that to ourselves. That was a man thing to do. We like to put that in our oceans. So the one thing I really do eat is I do get my sushi at Ginza, which is one restaurant I do enjoy going to. If you ever visit Fort Myers, Florida, that is a place I do highly recommend. It is all-you-can-eat sushi and hibachi. So you can get the hibachi chicken, steak. The noodles are really good. Usually I get a lot of sushi, and I get 2 bowls of noodles. So yes, I eat like a pig, and yet I'm really thin. So, and that's just because I move around a lot. There's Skip hoping that I'm going to drop some food for him, but I'm not going to do that. He did wake me up late last night, but I had to keep him away from the cane toads. Don't worry, I will cook some up next week and show you that on Chip Cod Roach. I am just kidding. So I'm hoping the fish is going to get done soon, so I can show you what that looks like. If not, I'll have to show you tonight, and I'll have to cut into it then, and just show you how you check and see if it's done, because it is pink. It is a little bit harder, and believe me, you do not want to eat undercooked fish. Report of the Week has probably done that several times with McDonald's filet of fish, since he does the fast food reviews, and I am not going to do that. If you have any suggestions and you want me to review food, I will do it, but fast food, I will not. I'm actually planning on doing Public sweet tea eventually, but moving on with the fish. Now if you undercook it, you can just put it back in. It's no big deal. But if you overcook it, it might be a little dry. But what you do not want to do, and I mean you do not want to do this, you do not want to burn it. If you do, that smell will never come out. Somebody did this on vacation when they went to Florida back in probably, I'm guessing, 2005-ish, maybe even earlier than that. And we did it in and actually it was a condo that we rented for a week. And my mom made the fish and she burnt it, and the place actually stunk for the entire time we were there. So it was interesting. So yeah, you do not want to do that. So now I actually have this UV glove here that I use to, these actually work really well. You see they got little fingers. So I will check that fish in just a second. I'll keep it on just to be safe for maybe another minute. See, it doesn't take long. I mean, I don't understand why people always say cooking for themselves takes time. This doesn't take that long, and I'm doing it early. So when I get out of work today, I'll have my fish, my salad, and then I'll have my chips. So I'll literally be having fish and chips, just not fries, just regular potato chips. And that will either be the 365 brand, or it'll be some other brand that we picked up at Whole Foods. And no, Whole Foods is not whole paycheck. That is just a myth depending on what you buy. I know the meat is expensive, but the fish I get at Whole Foods, I was actually able to find the steelhead trout. They have sable fish, red snapper. They have quite a selection. Some of it can be pricey, but even if you buy a pound of it, if you're like myself and you're the only one that eats it, it's not really a big deal. You just cut it up and then you just freeze it in the freezer. Just a little tip there. So now I will just check it one more time here. I know it hasn't been that long, and we will see if it is safe to eat. Ooh, sizzling. Okay. Now, to me, that looks like it's perfect, but we're not going to know until we cut into that bad boy. Cutting in. And it is actually, let's see, it's still a little bit pink, so I'm going to put it back in. It's probably, see how it's a little bit darker there. I don't know if you can see it with this tablet, but that piece there is a little bit pinker than I wanted. It looks like I don't know how to describe it. It's just darker than the rest of it. So just to be on the safe side, I'm going to put it back in. And you know what? That is all I'm going to show, because now I've kind of showed you what it looks like undercooked. So this might take a little bit longer than I wanted. And no, I do not use a timer because I just don't bother. I'm right by the stove anyway. So you know what? I'll just leave it in for another minute, and that will be pretty much the end of the video. I'll just be putting it in for another minute, and then I will take it out. So just bear with me. So yes, I am eating breakfast at this ungodly hour pretty soon. Okay, so it's 6:38. So I got 3 hours before I leave. I just like to have a few hours before I go to work, so I'll be having breakfast. And my dog left. That's no big deal. He's going to want to go on the couch and sleep. So pretty much he'll be laying in bed waiting for storms. And my other dog is going in his dog bed. So they are just waiting patiently here. I'm not going to give them any fish till later anyways. But so they already had their little treats this morning before their little god-awful morning walk, which lasted about 10-15 minutes tops. So I will just wait for that to cook, and then I will actually show you what a perfectly good steelhead trout looks like. So now let me know what your favorite fish is, or if this video grossed you out because you hate fish. Well, that's why I did bacon as well. I'm going to now the bacon does take a little bit longer. I noticed with our oven, believe it or not, it takes about an hour and 15 minutes to do, and that's just because I have two layers. But I do have an electric stove as well. I know in New York State you will have to have those if you have a newer build house. I'm on the fence on them. I honestly have no problem with an electric stove because I do have asthma, so it does help with the fumes. But I know some people are really hating the idea of an electric stove. Okay, let me check the trout one more time here. Going in. Okay, that's good. All right. Sorry, I went dark. There we go. Don't know if you can see it, but that is actually cooked perfectly through. Now watch this. I'm going to cancel, and then I'm going to hit bake. Put it to 350. And bam, it's preheated. And Miss Piggy is going in. There it is. Bacon's in the oven. And that I'm not going to bother showing because that's going to take an hour and 15 minutes. And I'm not going to do that. So, hopefully you like this cooking with Chip. You can give me suggestions. I know that it's early in the morning. I'm struggling with the tablet. But hopefully I'll get these to work out a little bit better. So I will hopefully see you next time. Hit the subscribe button if you like it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll do part 2 when I actually try the trout. So I will do that later on tonight. I will see you next time.